More is seen clean. Ugh, look at all this. Guys, in this video, I'm gonna show you the power of trading Forex naked. Don't worry, I'm keeping my clothes on. So guys, in this video, I want to show you how effective and powerful it can be, keeping that chart clean, right? More is seen when it's clean. From time to time, it's good to just simply conduct, as I was doing there, a bit of chart hygiene. What do I really mean by this, guys? I mean stripping that chart down, removing all drawings, all indicators, all sorts of markings off that chart, just so that you can get a clearer picture. Because from time to time, it's like we've got so much going on this chart, it's hard to really digest. It's only so much that our heads can just absorb, in one sort of frame. And that frame, we've just got so much sort of markings and clouding on that. How are we supposed to think clearly? It's just like, for example, for me personally, I like as clean as a desk as possible. Where I'm working, where I'm going to be conducting analysis, trading, whatever the case may be, I like my surroundings to be clean, right? Just so that my thinking can be crispy and clear. It's just the same with what we're seeing on the charts. If anything, this is more important, this is more critical from time to time, that we just strip it down. I'm going to show you some really nice examples over at the demonstration area in a moment, just some live ones with euro dollar. But I think sometimes we can get too caught into how much we should have on our chart, marking up all these channels, having all this RSI, all these MAs, moving averages. And I'm not saying that's wrong, okay? Of course, you have a system, a methodology that works for you, right? But I think at times we should just keep it as simple as possible. We don't need too much throwing off the course of simply what the price is doing. We can see the direction of where it's going by stripping that down. And I want to show you some really, really nice examples now. Let's go over to my demonstration area. Hey guys, so we're over at our demonstration area. Please continue to tell me, are you staying lit with me? Smash up that subscribe button if you are enjoying this channel. All right, so guys, I want to show you with some really nice examples of current ones. And as you can see behind me and here on my screen, I'm using the most liquid currency, which is euro dollar. This is the most traded, for anyone that doesn't know that. So we're going to use this as an example because there's some really beautiful ones here that I want to show you. Now, as I said about this will really open your eyes if you haven't already, but hopefully just reconfirming that, how simple and effective it is just looking at this chart with no markings on it, just clean. Look at it. This price action is beautiful. Not getting distracted by all these things on your chart, just keeping it clean. Okay, let's get down to this now. Euro dollar. So we're going to go from top down, okay? From top down, the analysis, showing you just how effective it is on every single time frame as well, for those multiple time frame confirmations, looking at structure, candlesticks, magnificente. Oh, I left Italy a while ago. I don't know why I'm still like this. Anyway, so let's take a look. Euro dollar. As you can see here, guys, I've got this on a monthly chart. Now, you can see from the period of sort of March, February 2018, right up until sort of April 2020, right? It's pretty much 2 years there. We were in a downward trend. You can see the market structure pretty much, printing lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. You get the point. Now what we start to see on this monthly, okay, just paying attention to the price action here, we can see these multiple rejections, or not even rejection, just finding support. We're catching support clearly here around this 108 region, 108 towards sort of 107, the figure. We can see, okay, monthly 1, 2, 3. We've seen it 3 times now. This is definitely support. At some point, we're going to use this. It's literally going to be an ejection. We're going to go, vroom, whoa, to the upside. Just using it as a springboard. We're jumping. It's like you're on a trampoline and boom. And then you go to the upside. So just paying attention to the price action there. I'm out of breath as if I was actually jumping. So paying attention to the price action. Now, what else are we seeing that? Okay, we've got one confluence there. We're finding support clearly here. What's our next confluence? Well, you see this hammer, this candlestick here, it's somewhat of a, a hammer candlestick. But for confirmation, we need to see like a closure above that. And so did we see that in the following month. So this was in April 2020. Then in May 2020, we get a nice closure above that, guys, right? This really confirming to me now, okay, we're going to start seeing a change in trend. And so did we see. The following month in June, okay, we wicked to the upside there and then came back down. Now, this, again, paying attention to price action, right? You can see, look, we've sort of caught resistance there, weekly resistance around December and January. Excuse me, not weekly, monthly resistance, December and January. And that's where we've just cooled for the moment. But then we've left this wick, again, just paying attention to price action. We've left this wick here that needs to be filled. So in my head, all right, we see multiple rejections here at support. We've then formed a bullish candlestick and then another one, and now we've got this wick. I know typically these wicks tend to be filled, and so did we see that, and we just extended to the upside. So that was the upside there on the monthly. Now let's just go down to the weekly, see what sort of price action we're seeing. Similar, really, down here, okay? Similar. So you can see where we're bottoming out, finding support there clearly, and then we're trying to break out of this range, right? We went for a try there, ran into resistance around 110, came back down, but then again, you see how on that monthly we had that wick? Just as you can see here on the weekly, we've got that wick. So we filled that to the upside, all right? I knew that was going to want to be filled, and then so did we see that, an extension to the upside. And you can see here on the weekly again, paying attention to price action. We're forming like a consolidatory pattern. You know, one of my favorites, the pennants. Love a pennant. Again, broke out to the upside. Little pullback, carrying on and continue that move. Again, let's go to the daily, right? On the daily, look at this as well. Just paying attention to the price action. Just stood right out to me. Okay, I was hoping we'd see something here. Okay, inverse head and shoulder structure, right? Left shoulder. Head, right shoulder. Can you see that in the neckline there around sort of 109.80? All right. Breakout, retest on that wick on that candlestick, and then extension to the upside, and then it goes. Okay, and then this is that consolidation, extension to the upside. Okay, so that's your upside run there, sort of from top to, we've gone for the monthly, weekly, and daily. Now let's take a look. You see how the trends change now with euro dollar, and I was anticipating this. We were calling this with our membership, right? With our members. So guys, obviously we just paused the video. At this point, when we continue, I talk about euro dollar to the downside, right? From that monthly view of viewing and analyzing a naked chart. But as I'm sure you're aware, the US elections has sparked a lot of market volatility, right? Literally a wave of dollar strength, a wave of dollar weakness. And anyway, now the dollar is heading to the downside at this current time as I speak on this Thursday morning UK time, right? Joe Biden looking to win the election. Well, he pretty much almost has. Trump, however, going to be contesting that, but markets are rallying, seeing all this risk appetite, risk on tone, which is driving all the riskier currencies, you know, AUD, NZD, Euro, GP, everything outside of the dollar, the safe havens, is pushing to the upside, taking advantage of that because Joe Biden he's going to be spending more in terms of in the economy, fiscal stimulus. He won't be looking at he'll look at bettering relations with China, so on and so forth. So he's seen as more positive. So that's why this has shifted now. Now, if you draw your attention to the chart here, you can see on the current monthly now with euro dollar, as we look on this naked chart for November, is pushing to the upside. And this is, as I say, all sparked by the elections. Now, what we could go on and produce here is perhaps even a bullish monthly engulfing October, because remember I said that October, well, you'll see this October candle is pretty bearish, you know, almost like a shooting star formation looking to extend to the downside. But now this could start shaping up to be a flag. If I was to draw on some analysis, you can start to see this is, you know, we've been rallying. Now we consolidate, pull back, subject to further buying. Okay. And we found really key monthly support. You can see on this candle, just looking naked, just around that psychological 116 area. Okay. But anyway, just for reference, continue to watch this video just to see how we're sort of analyzing from the top down on a naked chart, because there's still some value there as we look from top to bottom. Okay, so carry on watching the video. Okay, euro dollar's currently shifting momentum away from this upside that we had. Again, paying attention to price action. You see, for the month of September, we formed this evening star. This is an evening star for me. This is indicating a change in trend is coming, right? What do we need to see? And then look, we had this wick here being filled. Yes! And look at that candlestick. It's like a nice little shooting star. You know, a bearish candlestick. A nice upper wick there and a small body down here at the bottom, like a shooting star, indicating that momentum is still continuing to the downside. If anything, we're going to start picking up some pace. So that's what we saw there at the close of October. Man, I can't believe it's November already, guys. Let's catch my breath a minute, one moment. And now we're subject to continue to the downside. So you can see that there. In September, I called this. I was anticipating this, you know, change in trend. And clearly seeing that. So let's go to the weekly as well. Okay. On the weekly, okay, nice bearish candlestick, nice bearish engulfing of that prior week. Looking set up for some further downside pressure. What we need to see now is, look, looking left, we can see there's resistance here around this 116, support around the 116 area, weekly support. So we need to break this down to really extend to the upside. You can see how this is just all a range here. So what you might want to be looking out for is a breakout of this range, okay? Perhaps a little retest and then extensions to the downside, okay, of the range, but then also that support, the lower part of that range. On the daily, this is really nice, okay? I want to show you something here on the daily. You see how, look, looking left, range, breakout of the range, retest, okay? You see this big retest, and then these candlesticks here, consolidation. Can you see where we're capped there at 118, sort of 15, support? Bit of the candle breaking to the downside there, so effectively trying to clear this range. And then look at this, a nice little shooting star formation. And then we know, okay, look, you've clearly broken this range, the support, downside is coming. And so did we see that. Okay, we've even, just breaking support here, extending to the downside. And if you look as well, without even having to mark anything up, you could see this was like an ascending channel flag structure, making way for further downside again. And then I'm sure on the 4-hour, we're just going to see periods of, you know, pullbacks being sold. Okay, look, consolidation, sold, consolidation, sold, consolidation, sold. And that's just literally just paying attention, keeping it so clean, just looking at price action in itself. I could go on and on and on and deeper about this, but that's just to give you some oversight, guys, of just the effectiveness of just keeping that chart as clean as possible, paying attention to what the price is doing. You know, because look, I love using technical analysis. Of course, this is technical analysis. You know, I like having markings on my chart just for a bit of more confidence, a bit more confirmation, confluence, whatever. But technical analysis and drawings and stuff is all subjective anyway. It's all subjective. So why not just strip it down and just keep it clean and expand your mind, just not get too sucked into all this. Sometimes, look, just, you know, so much drawings on a chart, basically. Keep it clean. It's effective. Guys, if you found that video useful, please do let me know. Smash up that subscribe button. Hit that lit button, that like button. And don't forget to check out ForexTrading.com for all your daily fundamental and technical analysis needs. Stay lit. Let's get it.